When you understand what I'm going to talk about in this video, and you have gotten to work a little bit with it, then you are going to be free, completely free. This is very important. You need to listen closely. So let's talk about it. Let's say hypothetically that you don't judge yourself. You don't judge anything. You are completely content and happy, and there is nothing in life that you want to change. There is nothing you want to accomplish. You want to make no changes whatsoever to the way things are. Now, remember I said you don't judge yourself. You don't judge anything. If you had this hypothetical experience, then there would be nothing for others to latch onto and bully you about. There would be nothing standing out that would annoy you, and so on. So now let's say that you experience this same reality that I just mentioned. But you have one thing that you're judging about yourself. It could be, let's use me as an example, I'm bored. That can be a big problem. If I don't accept that I'm bored, and I think that I look funny, then people can latch onto these things. People can start making jokes about it, and of course the jokes are only going to be relevant to the ways I'm personally thinking about being bored. There is going to be nothing out of the blue, no random reflection in my world when it comes to my boredness. It's going to be relevant, and when you understand this, then you can recognize yourself. What is going on in your life? What type of things are people bullying you about, or nagging about, or mentioning? What is triggering you? What is upsetting you? Then you know what you have going on inside. You will need to stay aware. You will need to calm down. You will need to choose to be someone who can rather observe. We're going to talk a little bit about how to deal with these situations. If you have something in your life, let's say if people are bullying you a little bit, or if there are certain triggers in any aspect of life that you want to deal with. And here it comes. Listen closely. You need to be neutral about it, and you can't fake it. It needs to be genuine neutrality. Let's imagine that you come up to me and you say, "Wow, Frederick, you are so bored." But I don't react. I'm completely neutral about it, energetically, on the deepest level. There is no reaction from me. Now, in a way, this is going to feel a little bit like getting punched in the face for you. In a way. It's like pulling a joke, but it doesn't land. No one is entertained. It didn't create any reaction. So you will just stop it. Now, personally in my life, I can consider this a test. I know that I don't want to have any fuss in my life about being bored. But I also know that if I have it within me, if I am judging it myself, then the right type of people are going to be able to mention it. It's kind of like I'm leaving something out there for them to latch onto. Now, if I can completely deal with these things within myself, then there is going to be nothing like that. If I get into a situation where something like that happens, and someone says something, I simply choose to be neutral. That is the test. Can I successfully be neutral and not create any further situation? Everything that you experience is the subconscious. You can see that you have very, very, very many tests throughout a day. Right now, I am being tested. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. I want to breathe optimally right now. I want my focus to be optimal. I want my soul-self connection to be optimal. I want to be in my center, to be as functional as I possibly can. Now, when I choose to have these type of intentions in my life, then I'm going to have a lot to learn. And I'm not going to be able to learn all of it all at once. I'm going to learn a little by little, day by day, year after year. And right now, as I'm sitting here in front of the camera and being tested in my ability to be recorded, while a lot of people is going to listen to this, I'm going to stay centered. I'm going to speak the infinite source truth. There is going to be no bogus type of information here. Then I can consider that a test. Am I able to perform at that level right now without being a little nervous, without being unsure, without losing my train of thought? All of these are tests, but at the same time, they are just my subconscious. They are just everyday life. So you can potentially overwhelm yourself a little, become a little self-conscious if you go and consider all of these things to be tests. I am trying my best with my intent to be on a certain frequency, to have a certain level of accomplishment and capacity right now. I'm doing my best, but I might not be able to accomplish it to the extent that I want. So it's a test. Can I successfully do the test? On a smaller scale with certain things throughout the day, I can fully 100% succeed and get to the next level. But with something as big as what I'm doing right now, I know that I'm not succeeding 100%. But I am growing, I am overcoming, I am getting better. So what I'm saying is that you can think of it however you want, but you need to understand how this is relevant throughout the entire day, in game of life, as someone who don't want to just settle with the way things are. As soon as you want to make a change in your life, a change in your subconscious, then you make that change. And if you are successful, then you have succeeded in the test. If you weren't successful, then you failed the test. It's that simple. It's just how you choose to look at it. But if you see it as a test or not, it is a very real part of the game. A part of the game is growth, and you can think of it as a test. So, in general, in life, I want to be as absolutely whole and complete in all realms that I experience in life, and there are many. It's so much. It's every single little piece of scenario that can be in a YouTube documentary, and there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions. It's every single little thing that I can experience throughout the day. I want to be completely neutral and whole and complete in myself in all those situations. If it should be when I take a walk and I see something, or I see something in a movie or a documentary on a YouTube channel, or I talk to someone, I want to be as absolutely whole and complete as I possibly can. And you can believe I'm getting tested. So being fine with failure is completely necessary. You need to be totally fine with failing. you're probably going to fail most of the tests if you want to be completely whole and complete. But if you really want to get there, you will. You just need to keep on trucking. Now, you might not necessarily fathom what I'm talking about here, the level of wholeness and completeness that I'm talking about. Imagine being pure source in the game, where there is no judgment of anything. No matter whatever type of thing it should be, there is no judgment. You completely understand it. You see it for what it is. Every single thing. If it should be psychology in any type of situation, if it should be how to manifest anything or explain anything, or if it should be how anything works, it's a lot. Whatever your comprehension is right now of complete wholeness and completeness is what you intend for, and you will get tested thereby. It's a tremendously much bigger universe I am experiencing now compared to what I was a week ago and a year ago. It's possible to grow so much in this game that you have no idea. I have no idea. I just know what I'm dealing with right now and what I want to accomplish. You can truly be free-flowing in this game. And whenever I try to accomplish something that I haven't accomplished, then I'm getting tested. I fail most of the times, but eventually I succeed. I will get there. I really want to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish, and I just have to do my best. I will get there with everything. Now, a part of the journey is of course the frustration. You might have experienced that it would be nice if it can just stop, or if they can just stop, or if they can just leave me alone. It's just a part of the journey. That little thing right there is something that you can overcome. If you understand what I said earlier in this video, you will see it totally differently. If someone is mentioning me being bored, which has never happened, maybe a long time ago, there could be other things. So of course the best thing to do is to bend over. Just be completely neutral. Don't give it any energy. And I mean, you need to stay self-aware. Do you have a little annoyance within you when you see those things? Can you understand that it's an illusion? They're not real. It's just something within you. You just need to not care. What they're saying is not true if someone is judging you. It's just a little piece of some mindset within you that you have gotten reflected back to you. Can you choose to just be neutral about it? Now, of course, it's going to be a lot easier to overcome the tests if you have overcome them within you first. If you can practice a lot, reflect on the things that maybe people are bothering you with, or the things that are upsetting you when you watch a documentary, or the things that are upsetting you at all, and just practice being neutral. Practice being aware that you are in a game of life, and you're just getting reflected back to you, whatever it is that you have within you. This is such a funny observation when you can recognize where you have been previously, and what type of mindsets you had there, and where you might be right now, and how your mindsets are now. You can see how your world of reflections have changed, and you see it so clearly that you were creating all of it, only based on your little universe back then. Now your universe is different, your mind is different, and you don't get any of those type of reflections anymore. People aren't bullying you or nagging you in those ways whatsoever, because you have changed your mind, and the reflection is different. Now this is how it's going to work forever. If you can be neutral about things, there will be no experience there. So if you benefited from this video, kindly consider becoming a supporter. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you. Thank you so much.